Hey, what's up, Rich? My name's Jeffrey. I got the Absolute Beginners course probably two and a half weeks ago. So yeah, I don't know when to move on, and I'm gonna use cylinders as an example because that's probably the hardest shape for me, I guess. So like, as you could, like, for example, like all these cylinders, I drew two parallel lines and tried to fit the ellipse into those lines, and you can see I'm not very good at that. So that's one thing. I got these, which are much different. These I just drew two ellipses that I was happy with and connected them. So these are more tapered because to get two perfect ellipses, it's really hard for me. So yeah, that's that. But so I think what I'm having the most trouble with is all these ellipses. I'm doing tons and tons of ellipses, but I'm only finding a very few that I'm happy with. I have like them marked out, and I have tons of sheets like this. So I have it's so low the amount that I'm actually happy with, let alone them being the same size to put within two parallel lines to make a cylinder. So I think that's where I'm having the most trouble is there. And let me see if I can put this so I can draw something really quick for you. I also have a good night. Sorry, I'm actually at work right now. I work at a gym, so there might be some background noise, but it gives me literally hours to just sit and just draw on sheets and sheets of paper. So where was I? Oh, so yeah. So as far as the ellipses go, to get like a perfect ellipse. Now, see, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm not happy with the. Let's see if I can. So again, like that one's pretty good, but I've literally been drawing ellipses all day. So, but another question with ellipses is, obviously I do a much better ellipse, like one motion versus maybe like a C curve or whatnot. I mean, one fluid motion is a lot easier for me. So one of my questions is, if I'm drawing a cylinder and I'm rushing because I don't want to make a 20-minute video for you. Say this over, I have to, clean this up a little bit. How do you clean something up without it looking like hairy lines? So I mean, if I'm doing a cube and my line's a little crooked, I can obviously erase it and go back and do it. I feel like with ellipses you can't. It's either you get it in that one shot like that. That's like, I'm so happy with that. But I mean, that's so rare. Like, you just have to draw the whole thing over again. That's what I've been doing. So when I'm making a cylinder, I'm literally drawing, 10 or 11 ellipses before I find one that I'm happy with, let alone like fits perfectly. So that's my deal with ellipses and cylinders. And that kind of brings me back to my point that I had messaged you before, is like, at what point do I say, like, these are okay to then move on to the next lesson? Obviously, I'm going to be getting better the more and more I do them, and I see that. But at what point do I say, for right now, these are good, let me move into, I finished the 3D hard shapes. So I'm moving, my next lesson is the organic, I think. But I'm sure that the hairy line cleanup is going to come into play when you do soft stuff too. So I mean, like right now, that I'm okay with that. This would be cleaned up. But if I were to clean that up, I mean, look, it gets like kind of hairy, and so I guess like one of my main questions is how do you correct organic shapes like an ellipse without getting it hairy? And my next one is, how do you know when to say, you know, like, okay, these are okay, these aren't perfect, you know, right here is a little wonky, I can go in and kind of, you know, clean it up a little bit, but this is okay, it's time to move to organic. So those are my two main questions. How do you clean stuff up without making it look hairy, and when do you know, move to the next lesson? Because I mean, I know if I practice this for the next, you know, 3 weeks only doing this, they're gonna get a lot better. But it's like, it's also discouraging at the same time, you know. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks so much.